congratulations on the twins. I know your wife's expecting a couple of boys, huh?
Yeah, this will be 5 boys. So.
Oh my gosh,
we have
that's
a basketball team.
What's interesting about this, you had a premonition, or you sort of knew you were going to have twin boys. When did that come to you?
When I was in my early 20s, I was trying to figure out sort of the path I was going to take in skiing. There was not really much of a template. Before that, I was kind of breaking new ground a little bit in the U.S. And yeah, it was kind of out of the blue. I'd never thought of it. And I wasn't sure that I was going to get married. If you'd asked my mom and sisters at that point, it was like the furthest thing from anybody's mind.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah. So, and yeah, I pretty much at that point knew it. I told my mom, sisters, bunch of friends, and they were all like, yeah, you're ridiculous or whatever. And then here we are 20 years later or so. And
5 boys.
yeah, we'll see. It was also that they're going to be born on my birthday, which is coming up October 12th. So,
October
we have another 2 weeks or so. And then the full scope of the premonition comes true.
Yeah. Okay, fellow Libra. So, true, you spent half your time in Montana and also in LA, correct? Why did you decide to do that?
You know, I think it's the same thing. Is that alchemy theory is like you can't teach kids that. You either learn it from your environment or you don't, or your experiences or you don't. Your parents can't really. Hey, my kids don't listen to me with anything I try to tell them. But I think nature and just that environment of small towns, and it provides a different level of kind of you know, an environment for learning for kids. And I've recognized that now after looking back on the way I was raised. And obviously I couldn't do what my parents did. I don't know how they pulled that off. But my wife and I both felt like it was really important that we at least integrate into nature that way and share that part of it. We love Southern California and we'll always be here as well. But that part of the world and that side of nature, that really raw elemental thing, I think teaches your kids stuff that you could spend your entire life trying to, get them, and they can just be there and they figure it out in weeks or months,
Yeah.
You and your wife, Morgan, had the unimaginable happen, losing your daughter. How is everybody?
Yeah, I mean, I think, it's something that doesn't go away. So I think we're going to always be dealing with it. But I think you do get acclimated to it. And I think, again, and keep hitting on alchemy, it's like that kind of suffering or whatever you do, you can change it into whatever you choose. You can either embrace it and just keep it as it is, and some people will do that for the rest of their life, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's what they choose. But in our case, we kind of redirected it into, the love for our kids and the path we took with advocacy and
you're also educating a lot of people,
trying to change things and trying to, and then also motivation. I mean, ultimately, you need motivation on a daily basis, and when you have as many kids as we are going to have, you need that, it needs to be a driving force that you kind of embrace, and getting up every day and going through that routine with maximum output is the goal, and I think it is a fuel. I mean, if you change it into that, it can be an amazing fuel.
Bode, but what are some tips you can give other parents out there?
Just that. I mean, the engagement with your kids is so critical. Everyone knows that sort of in their mind, but then on a functional basis, in reality, every day, there's tons of times where you'd be like, your kid wants to throw a ball or jump on the trampoline or do something, and you kind of just want to watch the news or watch TV, or you're doing something, and trying to figure out what in your life can make those moments kind of poignant, where they actually click of like, this is that moment, because it's not going to happen again. And there's always ways to make stuff fit, and I think most parents are capable of a lot more than they think. Everyone feels, everyone feels overwhelmed from day one till usually, as far as my mom would tell you, till now. And all of us
doesn't go away.
No, and so finding those ways where you can truly make the moments special, and that comes from motivation. Either comes from inspiration or determination, stubbornness. Some people can transmute anger into, from their upbringing or things that happened in their past into something really positive in their, relationship with their kids. And kids, they just benefit. The more you give them, the better it is. So.
Great advice.
Can we toast you, and can you take us to Montana? Can you take us to Big Sky?
I think that's
I need to feel the air. I've invited us, my love. Us, we're going.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Well, thank you so much, Bode. Thank you so much.
If you love that video, you're going to love everything on the Access YouTube channel. So hit the subscribe button. You can thank me later. Hit it. Now.